Hey, what's up guys? My name is Fire, and today I'm going to be talking about the best cheap CSGO skins that you should buy. I don't really have an exact dollar amount that I'm going to be staying under for these skins. Some range around $5 while some can go slightly above the $10 mark. But overall, I'm just kind of basing this on how good the skin looks for its price. So yeah, besides that, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see more videos like this one. But for now, let's get right into it. Also, just a quick disclaimer for prices in this video, I'm actually going to mostly be using prices from Skin Baron, as most skins around this price range have at least a 20% discount from Steam market prices. And if you don't know what Skin Baron is, it's a site where people go to cash out skins for real money, which is why it has such a discount. So if you have real money to spend, I always recommend buying skins through Skin Baron. I also have an affiliate code with them, so if you sign in through that, it does help support me as well, and that'll be linked at the top of the description, so be sure to check it out. Also, with the recent CSGO update out regarding not allowing third-party files in-game, I actually can't go on any CS server to inspect these items in-game because it messes with my recording program, so sorry about that. But for now, let's actually get into our first skin. Let's first start with going over some SMGs, specifically starting with the field-tested MAC-10 Discotheque for around $5 on Skin Baron or $6.50 on the Steam market. Personally, this is my favorite MAC-10 skin. It's pretty new and it looks incredible in game, and for being a pink skin, it's got a really good price. So if you like using the MAC-10 on anti-eco rounds, this is honestly one of the best choices for you. If you have any holo stickers like the Rush Holo or the Boost Holo, or any holo team stickers from past majors, they look really good on the skin as well, so if you want to spend a few more bucks on a craft, that works perfectly too. If you're a big fan of using the MP9 on CT side, the factory new Hypnotic is another pretty good buy for its price as well. It's around $360 on Skin Baron or around $460 on the Steam market. It's a cool looking skin under really certain lighting, and since it doesn't really have any artwork on it, like the Discotheque, it's another great skin if you want to add some stickers on it and make it sort of a permanent play skin and to be your own unique skin, I guess. For the UMP, I'd definitely say the Primal Saber is the best choice. It's actually a lot cheaper than I remember it being as well, for only $265 on Skin Baron for minimal wear or $360 on the Steam market, and once again, for a pink skin, that's a really good price. But I guess people really don't like using the UMP anymore, even though it's still like the second best SMG in my opinion. But we're getting off topic, so let's actually get into our next category, which is rifles, since I won't be covering weapons that most people usually don't use, like the Bison for example, as I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long, with just skins or guns that people won't ever use. So for our first rifle, I chose the M4A4 Desolate Space, well worn for around $8 on Skin Baron or around $10 on the Steam market. Even though it's well worn, the Desolate Space is really just one of those skins that gets darker the more wear it has, and usually only has a tiny bit of wear towards the bottom left corner of the magazine, so you don't have to worry about spending a ton of extra money getting minimal wear or factory new for it to look good. And for a good looking M4 skin, which is obviously one of the main rifles in the game, I'd say this is a pretty reasonable price. And of course for the M4A4's brother that nobody likes, I think the well-worn Chantico's Fire is a really sick skin for only around $11 on Skin Baron and $14 on the Steam market. Once again, for rifle skins, they are going to be a bit more pricey than your SMG skins since they are going to be used a lot more. So you are going to have to be comfortable spending a tiny bit more money if you want to buy a good rifle skin. Also, once again, although being a well-worn skin, it only has a bit of wear on the magazine, so not bad at all. And next up, for the AUG, there's not a ton of incredible options, but personally, I think people would like the AUG Momentum, for about $450 on Skin Baron and around $6 on the Steam market. Once again, another cheap pink skin with a pretty simple but cool design. And I know there's a lot of people out there who really like using the AUG, and honestly, it's great to use if you're holding something really long range on CT side and don't have money for an op, or your team doesn't respect your insane Kenya's 2015-esque opping skills. Once again, getting a bit off topic, but if you're struggling to get kills with either M4 long range, I really recommend trying out the AUG. Not only is it criminally underrated, but it's also got a really simple spray pattern as well. But enough with my AUG rant, let's actually go over our next weapon, the Galil. Now, as much as I would like to give credit to the Galil for being a great rifle, I can't, because we all know it's pretty garbage, and the only good thing about it is really the fire rate and using it after you have a lot of money on the first round win. But it does have some cool skins, especially the Chatterbox, which in this case is actually battle scarred, for less than $4 on Skin Baron and around $5.60 on the Steam market. There's not too much in-depth I could get into the skin, as a lot of people hate the Galil, so I'm kinda just gonna leave it at that. And if you can use the Galil without wanting to blow your brains out, respect to you, man, it's got some cool skins. So now let's get onto the AK, which is probably the most used rifle or maybe even gun in the game. But I actually chose the Frontside Misty Field Tested for the AK. It's only $12 on Skin Baron, which might seem like a bit much, but once you compare it to the Steam market price, which is $17, that's a pretty good discount. But either way, it's like the cheapest good looking AK skin out there. Unless you want to get something plain like the Emerald Pinstripe or Blue Laminate, this one actually has a pretty cool design and doesn't need stickers to look good, and is reasonable for, once again, probably being the most used gun in the game. But don't worry boys, I know there's a lot of oppers out there. So let's get onto the op now, which has a ton of options for what it is. So I'll start with the Atheris, which is probably my favorite. Even though it's only a purple skin, which is a whole nother discussion, I've got no clue how the skin is only purple. At minimal wear, you can get this skin on Skin Baron for about $5 or on the Steam market for about $5.50. It's a great budget skin if you don't want to go all out on like a Wildfire or an Asimov or something insane. Honestly, it's one of the most underrated skins in my opinion, but if you aren't a fan of the art style on it, on the opposite end of the spectrum there's the Op Fever Dream minimal wear for $4.40 on Skin Baron or over $6 on Steam, which is a really good deal once again. Don't forget to sign in through my Skin Baron affiliate link in the description. And now, you're probably thinking, surely there can't be another good op skin at such a cheap price. But you've thought wrong, because there's also the Op Mortis minimum wear for only $2.90 on Skin Baron or over $4 on the Steam market. There's just so many great choices when it comes to the op. Shout out to the CSGO devs for not making all of these red skins so they're actually at an insane price. But for now, let's get onto our final category of the video, which is pistols. I'm going to start with the USP Cortex minimal wear for $6 on Skin Baron or $8.50 on the Steam market. Like, you gotta admit, this is a pretty sick skin, dude. If you don't like this skin, I don't know what to say to you, man. It's sort of in the range between something like the USP Stainless and the Kill Confirm based on its price, so not bad at all. You aren't spending a ton of money on it, only like $6 or $8.50 if you're using the Steam market, and it's got some pretty cool artwork for that price. But of course, I also gotta shout out the few homies that use the P2000 as well. I'd first have to recommend the minimal wear Imperial Dragon for less than $2 on Skin Baron actually. It's a pink skin, less than $2, man. And it's also around $3 on the Steam market. It looks really good in good lighting and overall is a pretty clean skin. But the cool thing about it is that you can actually get it battle scarred as well. It'll have practically no wear except for some at the bottom, and it turns out to be a really sick dark pink color as well. So personally, I'm probably a bigger fan of the battle scarred more than the higher conditions, and it's only like $1.50 on Skin Baron as well. So you're spending much less for something you might potentially like more. Next, for the Desert Eagle, I would definitely go with the Kamicho Dragon Field Tested for around $6 on Skin Baron or $9.50 on the market actually. It's just another really clean skin, and of course another really good discount as well, and it's actually got a similar style to the P2000 that we just talked about. So if you're trying to scoop up a bundle deal, there you go, man. You're trying to build a dragon inventory, that's a great way to start it off. But now onto the P250, which I actually decided to choose the See Ya Later for. For only $3 on Skin Baron or $4 on the Steam market, I feel like not many people mess with the P250 anymore, especially since I guess everybody's using the Deagle, Tech 9 or CZ on half buys now, which might be the reason for such a low price on the skin, but it's a really unique design, and obviously for sub $3 it's a great price point as well, especially for a red skin, man. Like, who's out here selling red skins for $3, man? But we aren't done yet, boys. Now onto the Tech 9, which I actually chose the Decimator for. It's another really good standout skin, and for field tested, it's only $3 on Skin Baron or $4 on the Steam market. Another really good skin for hollow stickers as well, and thankfully it's nowhere near as expensive as the M4A1 Decimator. So if you still like using the Tech 9 in 2020, it's probably the best options for such a low price. But unfortunately, we did not have this skin during whatever year that was, like 2014, 2015, when the Tech 9 was better than like half the rifles in this game. But next up, we have the Glock. I think the minimal wear water elemental for around $5 on Skin Baron or $7 on the Steam market is a pretty standard choice. It's a gun that I feel like has been around since day one I've been in CS at least. Like, this is one of the most iconic CS skins. And I've actually said this for a lot of past skins as well, but it's another really good standout skin with a color scheme that no other skin in CS really has. And you get to use it every round on T side, man. So you'll never have to worry about going through a game without using it. You're gonna get every penny worth. You could just use the Glock every round, man. Who cares when you have such a sick skin? But now we have finally reached the end of the road. We are onto our last gun, and unfortunately it's nothing insane. It's just a CZ75, which actually is a really cheap option, being the Crimson Web minimal wear for around $1 both on Skin Baron and the Steam market. It's a pretty clean, simple skin that I feel like everybody likes. Like, you ever met somebody that doesn't like Crimson Web? I don't think so. But yeah, that was just a pretty simple way to end it off with something slight like that. But yeah, besides that, I think that does pretty much wrap it up for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Definitely be sure to check out my Skin Baron affiliate link and other videos if you did enjoy this one. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. But besides that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.